They told you love would heal you, that if you just met the right person, everything broken inside you would finally make sense. Funny, because most of you are bleeding inside relationships, not because of life, but because of the person you call home. Here's the part nobody likes to admit. You didn't fall in love. You recognized something. A tone, pattern, a familiar kind of pain. That's not destiny. That's muscle memory. You call it chemistry. But chemistry is just energy reacting. And not all reactions are safe. Some of you didn't meet soulmates. You met someone whose wounds spoke the same language as yours. That's why it felt deep. That's why it felt instant. That's why it felt spiritual. Trauma is very convincing when it's dressed as fate. You bonded over pain, over what hurt you, over what you survived. But nobody taught you that bonding over wounds doesn't mean you know how to love. It just means you know how to bleed together. Two unhealed people shaking hands and calling it forever. You weren't chosen because you were rare. You were chosen because you were available and broken in the right places, because you tolerated silence, because you explained disrespect, because you confused consistency with effort, and they felt safe with you, not because you were loved, but because you didn't ask for much. If love feels like anxiety, if it keeps you guessing, if it turns peace into boredom and chaos into passion, you're not in love. You're addicted to emotional unpredictability. That's not romance. That's a nervous system on caffeine. Real love doesn't activate your survival instincts. It doesn't make you smaller so it can feel bigger. It doesn't require you to suffer to prove it's real. Love doesn't ask you to disappear. And here's the truth that hurts the most. Some people only feel connected to you when you're hurting. Your healing threatens them. Your growth makes them distant. Your boundaries feel like rejection. So they call you changed. They call you cold. They call you too much. But what they really mean is, you're no longer bleeding where I can reach you. A soulmate isn't someone who completes you. That's a fairy tale sold to lonely people. A soulmate is someone who doesn't need your pain to feel close to you. Someone who doesn't romanticize your struggle. Someone who doesn't love you more when you're broken. If they only love you when you're hurting, they're not your person. They're your lesson. And lessons don't stay forever. They stay until you learn. If this made you uncomfortable, good. That's awareness knocking. Welcome to Kamisten Context.